Hey guys, Cdrama Invasion here, back with my drama reviews. It's been a while, like a solid month since I last updated you on everything I watched. I've been taking things slow, but yeah, let's catch up on dramas that I completed. Starting off with In Blossom, starring Ju Jingyi, Liu Shuiyi, Wu Jiayi, and Li Geyang. This has 32 episodes. It's a ancient time mystery drama, and there's a body swap situation, which initially got me so hooked to it. I'm used to giving C-dramas a good 6 episodes, and I decided to watch this, and it really surprised me from the first episode. I was very shocked by how good the special role actress was. Her name is Zhang Huihezi, and I have been a fan of her for a long time. She's just been getting very cringe roles, and it's hard to break into the industry, but I'm glad they gave her a more serious drama role like this. Her and Liu Shuiyi had so much chemistry in the first few episodes, and that's honestly what laid the foundation to make everything so interesting. Ju Jingyi played this evil actress role at first, and I truly believe she needs a full villain mode drama. She was so interesting, and it's different than anything I've seen from her before. Honestly, I've been so hard on Ju Jingyi because her dramas has been terrible. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking of the very old dramas, Legend of Yunxi, and I'm trying to hold out hope for her, but every time I would drop it like it's a curse. But this was the one that I stuck with, and I enjoyed. There are some things that wasn't perfect. There's some pacing issues. I ended up really adoring the second lead couple because the main lead couple had very minimal romance at first. It was fine, but really late into it, I felt they were a little bit bland and boring. But overall, I thought the cast did a great job. Ju Jingyi is a little bit out of practice. I do have to say that. There's moments when the male lead is bawling his eyes out, and Ju Jingyi is a little bit stiff compared to everybody else. And it kind of is because she's been typecasted, and I truly think that she can improve. And I'm holding out hope for her. I always end up watching her dramas because she's paired with a really good actor, or I just want to give it a try. This one, let's get into the comedy. It's not over the top or cringy, which I enjoyed. The angstiness here was really angsty. I love the setup. I thought it was so juicy. The body swap situation where the female lead soul is coming back into Ju Jingyi, the villainess's body. That first few, I think the first solid 1/3 of it, I was completely hooked. She came back thinking that male lead killed her and tried to get close to him, be his right-hand woman, and slowly learned the truth from there. Of course, they catch up feelings, but that part is slow. I enjoy the cases, especially the creepy white-eyed zombies. A lot of things are connected, which I think is the best thing ever when it comes to mystery dramas, at least for me. I like that there's a lot of planning and details that weave all of the threads together. The pacing was great, and I love a good hate to love, and genuinely there were moments where male lead really hated her guts. Female lead is smart, rational, and even the side characters were great. I think Bai Xiaoshang, played by Wu Jiayi, I thought it would have been a normal, tropey setup. You have the comedic best friend that's doing shenanigans in the background. At first, she's a little bit over the top, but you see that she's very loyal, and I really enjoyed her character for that. She really is a great friend to the female lead and remains that way. Her character could have been so annoying if the direction went a little bit more over the top, and I'm glad they didn't do that. Of course, second male lead, I saw all the comments flooding in, everybody falling in love with him. He was great, and I've seen him a lot in My Supervisor Husband, a shorter drama, and he always has the charisma, in my opinion. So glad to see that this drama brought out a lot of underrated or newer actors and actresses that usually never get like these type of bigger roles. And even as a supporting character, it has to be written well and memorable. And I thought that these side characters were. All those good things being said, I was not completely satisfied with the ending of this drama, but I'm really used to this by now. So the fact that this drama is more than watchable, over the 70% mark, I'm just gonna give it a strong 7.5 out of 10. Despite some pacing issues, I feel like things could have been cleared up, or they didn't really have to go the dark side with certain characters and how everything wrapped up. It was still enjoyable, and I can tell that at least it's something refreshing with a strong balance of mystery, romance, and really a great hook. Then I watched Everyone Loves Me. This is a drama that reminded me so much of Go-Go Squid. It stars Lin Yi and Zoye. You have the female lead who starts off chasing the male lead hardcore. He is relentless, turning her down on graduation day in front of everyone. Little does he know they are friends like online. They're in the same gaming squad, and they happen to be neighbors eventually later on, and they work at the same company. There were moments of cringe here, but I found myself really enjoying this process of these two getting together. I was in my romance comedy era, so I didn't mind this, and maybe it would have been different if I binge watched it after it completely aired, because then I would really get bored of it. I would be like, oh, there's not much plot, or there's not much depth to these characters. But truly, it was the type of drama that you don't really need to think about. Put it on, leave it in the background, you won't be missing much. There's still a little bit of realism. There's moments where I'm like, oh, the reveal is not going to take forever, which was a surprise, because there's moments early on that's like, she thinks, oh, it could be him, and he also thinks, oh, it might be her. It's just different timing. There's not too many misunderstandings. Female lead's personality is a very strong attitude. She just speaks her mind, super loud and expressive. There's moments that she's frustrated, scrambling for her life, and the male lead is calm and collected. Later on, of course, you have the dynamic where she's pissed off and he's falling for her head over heels. That felt like it could have been shortened, to be honest, but I enjoyed it. There were moments with secondhand embarrassments that were so funny. The love triangle also didn't really annoy me. The only thing that really annoyed me was the trope that they're about to get together. There shouldn't be anything in the way, but the entire world keeps on disrupting them whenever they're trying to kiss or have the moment. Lin Yi has come such a long way. I know everybody was recommending Angel Falls sometimes with him, because I was complimenting him in an earlier video about his acting skills here. There were moments where he was very vulnerable, and his backstory, he was bawling his eyes out, and everybody's like, girl, you need to get on Angel Falls. Sometimes he's even more amazing, and it's definitely his best work. I checked out like the first 3 episodes of that, and it seems really good. I'm just not in the mindset to bawl my eyes out. It's a terminal illness type of drama, which I need to prepare for, but overall I would give this a solid 7 as well. Nothing mind-blowing, nothing new, but still a very fun and decently acted drama. You guys would not believe that I actually dropped the next drama because I thought it would have been like my favorite drama ever, because I love the main lead so much, especially the female lead. It's Rise of the Phoenixes, and this one stars Nini, which is one of my favorite actresses in the world. But there's 70 episodes, and I enjoyed the first half. I watched it from episode 1 all the way to episode like 40. And then I was like, oh my gosh, let me just start skimming. And I kind of started skimming, and I realized, okay, the romance is so good here, but there's literally not enough of it to carry me through the drama. It's very political, and I knew it would be melodramatic, political, but I don't think it was worth. While with that ending, it was definitely a WTF moment. This is a story about male lead who plays dumb. He's basically going to be in that Throne Wars, Game of Thrones type of thing. And he's fighting for the crown, but he's secretly plotting. Very smart guy. He also does a lot of things that are questionable. Female lead also does a lot of things that are questionable and got so many people killed along the way, of course. And to sum it up, I like this drama, but logically thinking about it, how they fought so hard and the end, what happened, it felt kind of like a cop-out. I was like, what's the point of everybody sacrificing their lives for you when what happened? Performance-wise, 10 out of 10. I understand why it's good, but like, even though I gave it a solid 8 in terms of like making me care for these characters, 70 episodes, sometimes it felt long. Like later on, I was just exhausted by how traumatizing it was, how depressing it got. But I guess that's reality of the Throne Wars. It's never pretty. And I really loved how they made us care about all the side characters. The beautiful costumes was insane. The sets and all the details, like I see all of that and I love all of that. Overall, I'm conflicted with this drama because of how good everything else is. But 70 episodes and it ends like that, I'm a little bit, pissed. Last but not least for the K-dramas is Marry My Husband and Flex X Cop. Marry My Husband was undoubtedly like the biggest drama before like Queen of Tears came out. In K-drama land, this one stars Park Min Young and Na In Woo. Lee Yi Kyung and Song Ha Yoon were in this as well. They were like the evil people that screwed the female lead over, basically killing her. She had cancer in her present life and she died seeing her long-term boyfriend backstab her, take everything away from her and give it to her best friend. And so that's a whole WTF moment. She gets to time travel back and it's before she got diagnosed with cancer. She realizes that there's this rule where whatever happens, her fate needs to be given to someone else. So she plots her way to give her fate to Sumin, her best friend. And let's just say those two were some of the nastiest, most annoying characters I've ever seen. And I love a good revenge drama. This one didn't amp up until like the later half, but I still enjoyed everything. It was slow burn at times and I was frustrated with how the female lead was so conflicted. I hate, the morally back and forth thinking like she has a soft heart. She's truly a good person and she cries because she doesn't want to do this. And I was like, girl, come on. You are too nice, honestly. At first, I was just comparing this constantly to Perfect Marriage Revenge, which is 12 episodes. Still, I love that one more. It's crazier. It's even more intense. But this was a more realistic approach, right? Because Perfect Marriage Revenge was where the female lead had all the power. She has a rich CEO man that's willing to do everything for her. Same with this one, but the rules here are different. It's like you have to give your fate away. You can't just do all of these things because someone else will have that fate of getting cancer, of all of these things that happen. So I understood that and I kind of stopped comparing them, even though it was kind of impossible at first. You have the same plot with the female lead being killed by whoever betrayed her, going back and getting revenge. I think maybe what made it a little bit slower is because the villains are not smart. They're literally pathetic and they're kind of easy to deal with. They're just gross and nasty, but they're not out here scheming or even holding a candle to the female lead. But in the end, because of how pathetic, desperate they were, they literally did the craziest things and were so unhinged that it started getting like crazy entertaining. The ending climax, like the last 3 to 4 episodes, were just madness, chaos, everything I wanted and more. That's why I think I would give this a solid like 8.5. So entertaining and refreshing. Like, I'm so sick of the normal cutesy rom-coms. Like, give me the chaos, give me the plotting, give me the scheming. Last but not least is Flex X Cop. This was such a fun drama starring An Bo-hyun. He's a nepo baby assigned to this police department ran by the female lead, played by Park Ji-hyun and her squad mates. They obviously are so sick of babysitting him. It just sounds like, oh, this kid is grounded and the dad is cutting him off, cutting his money off, all of that, to teach him a life lesson, and he wants to play detective. So nobody's taking him seriously at all until we realize you need to deal with crazy, with his type of crazy and his connections, like his playboy, like charismatic rich boy energy works with these assholes that are getting away with their crimes because of how rich or powerful their parents are. And that's exactly the people that they're trying to go after. So it works out for him. He ends up saving the day and earning a lot of respect from the teammates. It's very over the top fun. There's some plot holes, like not every case is going to hit, and that's just how it is with these case-to-case dramas. But I really loved this team, and I couldn't think of a better person to play this role than An Bo-hyun. He's truly very charismatic, suits the role so well. His comedic timing is everything. And I was actually falling for this romance that didn't bloom until later on. And I'm glad it didn't, because it would have overshadowed everything. I really liked how she hated him. She thought that he's just a nepo baby, but of course not. He's very loyal. Yes, he's crazy. He flaunts his money, but it's awesome when he's on your side. So entertaining to watch. My main complaint is sometimes these cases get wrapped up too quickly. I get so hooked to like 1 or 2 of the cases, and I'm like, damn, it's because they are trying to wrap it up in like 1.5 or 2 episodes. And some of these cases need more than that. You do have to suspend your disbelief with this one. Sometimes it's a little bit too convenient. You're like, okay, the murderer is confessing really quick. But there is a season 2. I don't know how I feel about it. As much as I adored this first season, I don't think there's a need to really do another season. I guess that's why the romance was so slow here. They're trying to leave it open for the next season. I'll give this one a solid 8 out of 10. Let me know your thoughts on any of the dramas I've watched. What are you guys watching now? I've watched some other dramas, so I'll review those ones in the next episode. Of course, Legend of Shenley, Blossom in Adversity, and Queen of Tears are on my next video to review for you guys. And currently right now I'm rewatching season 1 of Joy of Life. It's been so much fun, and I'm glad I did, because I kind of skimmed through like the first 2 episodes of Joy of Life, and even though it's enjoyable, I need to feel and understand like all the characters, all the motivations, and it's a lot of characters. It's been so much fun. I probably will re-review it. Leave your comment down below, give this video a big thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one.